Kilmar Abrego Garcia, the Maryland man at the center of a legal battle that has gripped the nation, has pled not guilty to human smuggling charges in federal court in Tennessee.
We have been covering his case extensively ever since the Trump administration wrongly deported him to El Salvador and fought against having to return him despite a court order. CBS News correspondent Scott McFarland joining us now to break down the latest in Kilmar Abrego's case and national headlines for today. Thank you for joining us.
Well, Scott, let's get to the first question here. What was the latest inside and outside of the courtroom in Tennessee regarding Mr. Abrego Garcia?
Yeah, this is in Nashville. This is where the case is filed because they allege the crime occurred in the Middle District of Tennessee. His family and supporters were there at the courthouse, and according to the reporting on the ground, his wife got to see him face to face, though, through a video screen for the first time since he was deported by mistake to El Salvador in mid-March. This case is going to proceed slowly, expected to take many months, but he's entered his not guilty plea. That's been taken care of. He'll likely be held pending trial in the criminal case, but there's other matters still going on, too. He still has that case in Greenbelt, where his lawyers argue the Trump administration defied the court and should be sanctioned, punished for not returning Abrego Garcia months ago, as ordered by local federal judge Paula Zinnes.
I wanted to ask you, you mentioned Kilmar Abrego Garcia's wife. She spoke to reporters after today's court appearance. Can you give us an idea? What did she have to say about her husband?
Yeah, the reporting we're getting from Nashville is that there was one of their children had a kindergarten commencement service this week, and they would have preferred all be there. Instead, her husband's locked up, and she's in Nashville supporting him in the criminal case. This has been an ongoing dynamic, hasn't it, where his wife has been denying so many of the allegations the Trump administration's making about Albreco Garcia's alleged connection to MS-13 and human trafficking. Those allegations are now in a much different form. They're not political arguments, they are legal arguments, and this is going through a federal court, which means he is facing the prospect of heavy prison time for these alleged trafficking offenses.
Scott, on another topic, we know yesterday that House Republicans voted to nullify D.C. sanctuary cities law and mandate the city's cooperation with federal immigration authorities. What's next for this bill, and what has been the argument from Democrats up until this point?
Yeah, there was no surprise this passed the Republican-led U.S. House. They were lined up in synchronicity on this case from the start. It has to pass the U.S. Senate as well, and if it needs that 60-vote threshold, things get a little precarious because you need some Democrats to join Republicans to take an action against the district. D.C. leaders have told us that this is a redundant or unnecessary provision, that they already cooperate with federal law enforcement and immigration when there is a proper judicial record submitted to them. But clearly, the U.S. House has D.C. in its sights, trying to use the district to make a broader argument about immigration, and this House-passed bill, if nothing else, makes a statement politically.
All right. CBS News correspondent Scott McFarland, we certainly appreciate your time tonight. Thank you.